1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus. Oh. I'm sorry? Okay, cool. Test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2. An own goal for Manly United. Wow. Well, own goal for Uni for Manly United. Jeez. Wow. 1 2 3 4. Hello. 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 Just check who that was. Welcome to Sydney Uni Football Ground. This is the penultimate round of NPL New South Wales Women's. It is Sydney University SFC taking on the Newcastle Jets. Both teams won't make finals football this year, but it will still be a 3 points that both teams would like to take away as they head into the final round of the regular season. Oh, that's just so unlucky. So unlucky. 1 2 3 4. So both teams, as I said, not looking to make finals football this year, but they're looking to try and get the 3 points this afternoon in overcast conditions here at the Sydney University Football Ground. Both teams have got their lineups in. And 1 2 3 4, can they hear us there? One, two, 3 4, 3 4. Hello, 1 2. Can we hear? Hello, hello, hello. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. in number 7, Meg Simpson in 14, Maddie Caspers in 15, Cara Benora in 21, Jennifer Kokoris in 26, and Tiana Pekovsky in 62. The substitutes, number 2, Charlotte Owen, Maddie Van Dyke is in number 8, Jamie Bowfield is in number 10, Poppy Tay, number 19, Hannah Callahan, the substitute goalie in 21, and Sophie George is in 32. Pekovsky that opens the scoring. A beautiful pass down to her, and she went all herself with open space and plants that one into the back of the net. So, after 13 minutes of play, Sydney Uni SFC 1, Newcastle Jets 0. And a very good afternoon on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. For those that have just joined us, as I said, it was Tiana Pekovsky that has just struck the opening goal this afternoon. And you pick us up where Sydney Uni are leading 1-0 over the Newcastle Jets. A brilliant goal too for Pekovsky, who joined Sydney Uni SFC midway through the season. She actually started the season for the Uni of New South Wales. And speaking of the Uni of New South Wales, well, it looks like it was said Talia Capetinellis that scored the goal. Coming up on our screen. And just having a look at on the replay. Yeah, it looks like it was number 62. We'll leave that one down for the officials later. Anyway, Pekovsky started the season, as I said, with the Uni of New South Wales. Joined Sydney University mid-season. And she played her first goal for Sydney Uni in round 19 of the competition. Speaking of Pekovsky, she passes it down. Pass it back to Amelia Feeney, the captain for the Sydney Uni side. Currently sitting 9th on the premiership table. And it will be a throw-in now to Sydney Uni on the eastern side of the field. Down now to Charlotte Hogan. Jets looking to try and avoid relegation in NPL New South Wales women's, and now to be taken by Mackenzie Preston-Paul. Stolen back by Sydney Uni, but a foul conceded by Uni, and it will be a Newcastle free kick. For those that have just joined us, I'll give you updates of scores around the grounds. Firstly, the earlier match this afternoon in NPL New South Wales Women's, Bulls FC Academy have all but locked in a finals berth for the NPL New South Wales Women's Championship. They've beaten the Gladesville Ravens 4-1. As the kick is to be taken by Isabella Frelfo, but blocked by Sydney Uni. The other match that has just been completed in stoppage time with a last-minute goal in the 90th plus 7th minute of stoppage time. The Uni of New South Wales almost drawing 2-2 with Manly United, but in the 7th minute of stoppage time, they scored to take the win and end Manly United's finals hopes 3-2. That's just happened in the last couple of minutes. And it was a brilliant goal too. Mel Muscat was calling that one from the Village Green. So the Uni of New South Wales, provided that Illawarra lose to Apia Leichhardt this afternoon. That's if those results go Apia's way. Ball is taken back by Frelfo, by the way, for the Newcastle Jets. As they challenge for the ball, Preston Poole kicks it long, but will find Feeney instead, and it will be a uni ball. But providing the results go the way of Apia Leichhardt this afternoon, and they get the win to keep the top spot, the Uni of New South Wales move into 4th position going into the final round of the regular season next week, where they take on the Northern Tigers. And if they win that, they'll lock in the 4th and final spot in this year's NPL final series for the championship. So just repeating, Uni of New South Wales winning over Manly United 3-2. They led 2-0 at half-time. Manly coming back with 2 quick goals, including an own goal from the Uni of New South Wales. It was just a very unlucky own goal. But in the end, Sydney Uni getting the win right in the last minute of stoppage time. We go down the eastern side, Newcastle, and they'll pass it down to Chloe Wallendale. Chloe kicks it long. And it'll be chased now by Nava Crofton. The quick thinking there by Sophia Fante for Sydney Uni, and we'll kick it down towards the eastern side, but that will go out and will be a throw in now to the Newcastle Jets. The Newcastle Jets providing a number of players in the northern New South Wales region and also in the Newcastle region with plenty of opportunities to play at the top level of football here in New South Wales, especially with Chloe Wallendale, a long-time member of the Jets. She made her A-League women's debut in the 22-23 season. She played 5 games for them during that season. She's also represented Australia as a young Matilda. And she has been playing in the defender role, has played 17 games this season. This is her 18th game in NPL New South Wales Women's. And her only goal to date, round 9 in 2024 against Manly United. She's only 20 years of age. Cammy Bray there in jersey 40, taking the ball there. And a multi-talented woman in her own right as Mackenzie Preston Poole takes it, dribbles it up, looking to pass it down towards Alexis Collins, but intercepted there by Sydney Uni. They'll play the advantage. Played now by Amelia Kirby, and she will find Captain Ellis. And that will go out, and it will be a Jets throw-in. It could have well been Captain Ellis that scored the opening goal, so my apologies to the Sydney Uni side. Cammy Ray, who's a very talented woman, and she's only 15 years of age. She's represented Australia as a young Matilda at the Under-17 AFC Women's Asia Cup. She made a NPL New South Wales women's debut in last season, round 3 against Blacktown Spartans. She's only played 2 first-grade games this year. This is her 3rd one. And this is the 2nd one in the starting 11. And she's also a dual co-player. She's prolific as a cricketer in her own right, as an all-rounder, right-arm batsman, right-arm fast bowler, and became the youngest ever player to feature in a women's BBL match during the 24-25 summer season for the Sydney Sixers. Uni plays the advantage. Played there with Alice Thompson. Down towards the eastern side. Crossfield into the penalty, into the 18-yard box. Strike now by Captain Ellis, but goes to the right side of the goalpost here at Sydney Uni Football Ground. 22 minutes gone. We're in the 23rd minute. Sydney Uni SFC 1, Newcastle Jets 0. In the under-23 match played earlier this afternoon, Sydney Uni completely dominated over the Newcastle Jets, 6-0. Emma Dundas kicks it down towards the eastern side now. Long kick now by Wellendale. That'll be a throw in for the Jets. Cara Benora there. In jersey 22. I did say 21 in the starting lineup before, but it's 22. Will be a throw in the southeastern corner on this side, on the Jets side of the field. Jets will love to score and equalise here. Played down to Crofton, Nava Crofton. Weighing up her options, but Uni coming in to try and intercept that. Bray looking to settle things down here. Played now by Emma Bates. They find Sydney Uni instead, who intercept the ball, and they'll play the advantage. They dribble it up. It was played there by Maddie Caspers. Her sister Holly has played for Sydney Uni as well in the recent past. Good kick, but strike there by Cabanellis. Almost had enough momentum to header that one into the back of the net, but Bray catches it quickly. So Uni now, the Jets will play through Alexis Collins. Offloads it now to Margie Duggan. Down towards that eastern side. Applying a little bit of pressure there. Strikes it. Good save. And kicked away by Sydney Uni out of the 9-yard box. And that was Amelia Kirby. Had to come in and save the day for Sophia Fante. Good run there by Marnie Duggan, who struck it on that eastern side, and it will be a throw into the Newcastle Jets. So just repeating the scores, we've got matches happening right now, and we'll give you those fixtures in just a moment. But just repeating, Bulls FC Academy beating the Gladesville Ravens 4-1, whilst Manly United beating... Well, sorry, not Manly United. Uni of New South Wales beating Manly United 3-2. Good run, good dribble up there by Sydney Uni, and they'll play the advantage. Petkovic clashes in there with Zoe Kapridis. That goes off out on the eastern side. It'll be a throw into Sydney Uni with Petkovic to Maddie Caspers. Good run through the middle there of that line. Crossfield. Cabanellis was ready to header that, but caught quickly by Kemi Bray. And she'll go down towards Isabella Throlfo. In fact, it will be played by Mackenzie Preston Poole. It was Throlfo, I'm sorry. Intercepted there by Uni. Played there by Amelia Kirby. Now it's Caspers. Headers that, but it will find the Jets instead. But Caspers is looking to challenge there on Emma Dundas. Dundas taking the ball back. Zoe Kapridis, who has played for the Newcastle Jets in A-League Women's. Looking to settle the play down. Kapridis, fourth season in NPL New South Wales Women's, and with the Jets as a defender. She scored a maiden goal against the MacArthur Rams back in round 18, 7 weeks ago. Played 14 matches in the A-League Women's competition back in 23-24, scoring 1 goal, and then was let go at the end of the 23-24 season to join the Purdy Boilermakers in the American college system as a freshman during the 2024 competition. Well, didn't get any game time, but great opportunity to put a name out there in the American football system. She's also represented Australia as a young Matilda, so a woman who has plenty of experience in NPL New South Wales, in the NPL New South Wales system, as well as representing internationally. Dundas looking to confuse Cabanellis there. goes back to Capritas. We're in the 28th minute here at the Sydney Uni football ground, and it's still Sydney Uni SFC 1, Newcastle 0. Goes over the top there of Meg Simpson, and will be played. Stolen there by Petkovic. And looks to find Matty Caspers, but Caspers unintentionally takes that out and will be a throw into the Newcastle Jets. Great to have your company here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. This penultimate round here at the Sydney Uni football ground as Capritas is looking to try and find someone to pass it to, and it was passed there by Isabella Threlfo down to Mackenzie Preston Poole. Taken back by Uni. Kicked along by Amelia Kirby. Amelia Feeney, I'm sorry. Chase now, with Capitanellas chasing Zoe Capritas, but Capritas passes that back to Bray. So the matches that are happening right now, all at the same time, to finish off round 25, Illawarra Stingrays taking on Apia Leichhardt, and on the live ladder, Bulls FC Academy are leading that one. After their win today over the Gladesville Ravens, they've moved on to 49 points, so they only lead by a single point. But if Apia Leichhardt win, that's going to really hurt Illawarra's chances to make the Final Four following the Uni of New South Wales' big win over the Manly United side, ending their finals hopes for this year. Feeney has to play quickly because she had Alexis Collins racing up to take the ball away. It's a long kick down to Capritas. Capritas takes that one off her body. Weighing up her options. She's got Threlfo to her right, and she'll look to go down the centre. Intercepted by Feeney, and almost headed there by Kokoris. Simpson now looking to chase. Going to try and seal it away from Marnie Duggan, and she does so now. Simpson passes it down to Maddie Caspers, down to the eastern side. Bit of showing and going there by Amelia Kirby. And it's play on. No foul awarded there to Sydney Uni. Down now to Threlfo. But intercepted there by Petkovic, and it goes down to Cammy Bray. The other match is happening right now. Western Sydney Wanderers are taking on the Northern Tigers at Wanderers Football Park. Mount Druitt Town Rangers, they need to win over Sydney Olympic as a foul has been conceded by Sydney Uni, and it will be a will be a Newcastle free kick to be taken there by Emma Dundas. And as I said, Mount Druitt Town Rangers, they do need to win this one to keep themselves in the top four against Sydney Olympic. They drew 2-2 in the round 22 catch-up match on Thursday night, and the score was 2-2, having led 2-0. So ball has been struck by Emma Bates. It's a long kick, intercepted by Caspers, and Caspers out of the 18-yard box, looking to pass that down towards Petkovic. Stolen back there by Emma Dundas, and she plays the advantage. She got around Charlotte Hogan. Will now be struck. Oh, what does Sydney Uni do? It goes into the back of the net, and that is Newcastle striking back. Scores are equal here at the Sydney Uni football ground in the 32nd minute. Sydney Uni SFC 1, Newcastle Jets 1. And it was Marnie Duggan that put that one in the back of the net. Duggan, her second season in NPL New South Wales Women's, fourth with the Newcastle Jets. I'm thinking rugby league there. My apologies. She scored 2 goals this season. That's her third. Previous 2 goals were against Manly United and the Mount Georgetown Rangers. 18 years of age, she represented the Northern New South Wales side in the National Youth Championships in 2023. So that was a really good goal there by Marnie Duggan. And maybe, just maybe, Newcastle will live to fight on. So looking to try and avoid relegation. Mackenzie Prestonpool goes back towards Zoe Capritas. And Cammy Bray will just settle things down. She'll look to go towards the eastern side. Capritas goes long. Intercepted by Maddie Caspers. Gets around. Will now be played. Caspers will attempt, but it's a half-hearted attempt, it has to be said, and Bray will just pick that up cleanly. I'll give you half-time scores for all the other matches throughout the evening here in NPL New South Wales Women's. But next week, I think it'd have to be the match of the round. Northern Tigers against the Uni of New South Wales. Provided the results go the way of... Oh, here's a chase here, but Sophia Fanta had to respond quickly. Being chased by Newcastle. They get the steal there. It'll be played there by Nella Crofton. She's looking to offload it. Down to Layla Sharp. Sharp looking to get around. Uni trying to steal the ball. Passes it back down to Frelfo. Frelfo weighing up her options here. She goes backwards down to Capritas, and Capritas will go long down to Preston Paul. Preston Paul looking to confuse Amelia Kirby. She still has the ball, but Kirby steals the ball back down to Capitanellis. Capitanellis looking to defend the ball. Foul conceded by Newcastle, and will be a Sydney Uni free kick. Feeney taking the kick. Down to Petkovic. Back to Frelfo. And now play down to Emma Bates. Oh, almost stolen there by Maddie Caspers as Bray was trying to settle things down. Oh, good steal there by Sydney Uni. Played there by Kokoris. Going towards the eastern side, looking to find Meg Simpson. Challenged there by Emma Bates. And that'll be the first corner of the match to Sydney University. And it'll be Talia Capitanellis that will take the corner. Capitanellis, second season with Sydney University, having spent the first 4 rounds of the season with the Western Sydney Wanderers in the early part of 2025, whilst she was contracted to play for them in the A-League Women's competition. As Capitanellis comes in, headed away there by Ferrofo. Back down to Capitanellis as she tries again. Headed away again by Newcastle. Casper's in position, strikes it long, and it goes in! Maddie Casper scored last week against the Gladesville Ravens, and she goes with another goal. Oh, beautiful. And Sydney Uni take back the lead in the 37th minute. Maddie Caspers, back-to-back goals in 2 weeks. So it's Sydney Uni SFC 2. And it says it's Charlotte Hogan. I thought it looked like it was Maddie Caspers to me. I'm pretty sure it was Maddie Caspers. Anyway, regardless, it is Sydney Uni SFC 2, Newcastle Jets 1. It was Charlotte Hogan, so my apologies to Maddie. I feel bad now. I thought it was Maddie Caspers. But Charlotte Hogan, and it is a free kick to to the Newcastle Jets. I feel bad. I said Charlotte. It's a first, well, her last goal, Charlotte Hogan, was in round 20 against the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Second season for Sydney Uni since being promoted into the first grade. Oh. So Talia Cabanellis with the first goal, Charlotte Hogan with the second. We've got both of them wrong, and I really am sorry about that. Uni have had 3 shots on target to 1 over the Newcastle Jets. It will be a free kick by Sydney University. They lead this one 2-1 in the 39th minute. Challenge here by Sydney Uni to try and steal the ball away. And it will be a corner kick to Sydney Uni once again. Taken by Captain Ellis once more. Hogan's in position. She's ready to have another strike. It comes off boot there of Isabella Frolfo. So we're approaching half-time here at Sydney Uni Football Ground. Sydney Uni in command of this match at the moment, 2-1. Duggan intercepted there by Hogan. Comes off the foot there of Duggan, and that'll be a Uni throw-in. Caspers challenging there. It's around the defence there of Newcastle. But instead it will be taken by the Jets. Played there by Crofton. Got open space as they dribble it down towards the 18-yard box. Here's a strike now. And quickly intercepted there by Sophia Fante from Layla Sharp. Sharp was coming in very quickly. She goes long down to Captain Ellis. Captain Ellis just letting the ball bounce and into her direction. But, well, she'll play the advantage here. It came off Newcastle. A bit of pushing and shoving with Frolfo. Is Captain Ellis. She gets around Frolfo. And she'll go cross field. Who's she looking for? It's Caspers. She'll kick long, going across the face. Now that would have been a goal, a legitimate goal from her if she got that one in. She did score last week against the Gladwell Ravens, a consolation goal it was. We're in the 42nd minute now. That one out on the forward will be a Sydney Uni throw in once more. Into the final 3 minutes of this first half in regulation time. Hogan challenging there with Duggan. And we played there by Sharp. Attempted intercept there by Kokoris. Played by Caspers. Goes long. But instead we'll find Emma Bates as she kicks it down to Gray. And now Cabritas will go to her left side on the eastern side of the field. Weighing up her options, she's got Threlfo ready, but she'll go herself. Will be challenged there by Hogan. Gets around Capitanellis, goes down to Threlfo. Threlfo will try and confuse Hogan, but that will, in fact, it was Caspers, but will go out, and it'll be a throw into Threlfo for the Jets. And she's looking to find Alexis Collins, and be stolen there. Sharp was looking to strike there, but kicked away by Sydney Uni. Down to Amelia Feeney once more. The captain, she goes long. Comes off the head there of Petkovic. Petkovic is trying to challenge. But Bray kicks that one away quickly. Gets around Captain Ellis there. That will be played by Newcastle. Down to Feeney. She goes long, but that will go straight out, and that'll be another throw into Newcastle. Into the final minute of regulation time before stoppage time. So it was Marnie Duggan who scored the opening goal for the Jets. Talia Capitanella scored the opening goal for the Sydney Uni side, and second goal from Charlotte Hogan. Can the Jets strike back in this in the final minute before stoppage time? Casper's trying to challenge there on Emma Dundas. And the foul's been conceded by Sydney Uni. Will be a free kick to the Newcastle Jets. Approaching stoppage time here. Frelfo comes in, strikes it. Goes long to Duggan. Opportunity to strike now. And that goes across the face. That was a great strike too there. And that was Chloe Wellendale who made the effort to strike. So we're into stoppage time now here. So we've got a good couple of minutes before we blow the whistle for half time, and will be Sophia Fanti that will get us back underway with the goal kick for the Sydney Uni side. And we'll give you around the ground scores in just a moment. In all the remaining matches in NPL New South Wales Women's, Feeney heads that one. And it's only a good minute before we take the half-time break. So the score is Sydney Uni SFC 2, Newcastle Jets 1. Talia Capitanellis scored the opening goal. The second goal was off Charlotte Hogan, whilst for the Newcastle Jets, it was Marnie Duggan that scored for Newcastle. It's a tie match at the moment. It's not expecting to be the blow that everyone may have expected it to be, but that's the results that we have at the moment. Quickly, flash score around the grounds. It's 1-1 between Apia Leichhardt and the Illawarra Stingrays. Meanwhile, at Popondella Park, it's Sydney Olympic. They're leading Mount Druitt 2-1 as we're approaching half-time. That's a big one right now. We'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, at Wanderers Football Park, Northern Tigers are leading the Western Sydney Wanderers 1-0. But half-time here, it is 2-1. Sydney Uni are leading the Newcastle Jets. Will be back soon in the next 15 minutes. great to have your company here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel as we're getting ready for the second half in this round 25 fixture of NPL New South Wales Women's. Sydney University SFC up against the Newcastle Jets. And the score, if you've just joined us here from the Sydney Uni football ground, it is Sydney Uni 2, Newcastle Jets 1. Talia Capetinellis and Charlotte Hogan, the goal scorers for Sydney University, whilst for the Newcastle Jets, Marnie Duggan. Sydney Uni, if you haven't picked, running left to right in your monitors in this second half, and their traditional blue and gold strip, blue shorts and yellow socks, whilst the Newcastle Jets in their away strip this afternoon in white jersey with blue shorts and blue socks as we get back underway in this second half, and it'll be kicked by Charlotte Hogan. You just joined us also. We'll be interested to know the around the ground scores in all the matches so far in NPL New South Wales Women's. Yesterday it was Spirit FC that got the win over the MacArthur Rams, 3-0. The outgoing champions back to back in NPL New South Wales Women's. So it'll be a free kick brought in by Sydney Uni. The two matches that have been played early this afternoon, Bulls FC Academy getting the win over the Gladesville Ravens and locking in a final spot. This will be passed back to Meg Simpson. Passed back by Charlotte Hogan. In fact, it was Amelia Feeney. I'm sorry about that. They go across to the eastern side now. And the match that really got everyone's attention this afternoon. This will be chased now by Petkovic down towards Zoe Capridis. Capridis having to challenge, looking to get around Charlotte Hogan. Intercepted there by Uni. So looking to extend that lead. Chased now by Petkovic, who's trying to hunt down Zoe Capridis. It'll be a Sydney Uni ball. But the Uni of New South Wales getting a big win in the last minute of stoppage time to beat Manly United 3-2. As that ball goes out, and it will be a goal kick to the Newcastle Jets. And that win by the Uni of New South Wales ends the finals hopes for Manly United this season, which means we're now down to 5 teams remaining, fighting for the 4 spots that will take them through to the NPL New South Wales Women's Championship Series, which begins in 2 weeks' time. What we can confirm for you is that Arpia Leichhardt's already locked in, so too are Bulls FC Academy. Played now by Kokoris, looking to pass it to Caspers, finds Charlotte Hogan instead. Intercepted, back to Caspers, she'll pass it to Hogan, she's looking for her options. Goes down towards the eastern side to Capetinellis, goes long. We'll find Emmy Bray. Keeps the ball out of the in-goal there. She'll go down towards Marnie Duggan. Scored Newcastle's only goal of the match so far. It's been chased down by Petkovic. Good steal there by Sydney Uni. They'll play the advantage. Pass there by Alice Thompson. Thompson plays it now to Petkovic. He's now passed it down to Caspers near the south-western corner. Gets through the legs there of Emma Dundas. That was a good kick there by Maddie Caspers to just confuse Emma Dundas. So that goes out and will be a corner to Sydney Uni. Quickly, the updates. The other matches happening right now. Illawarra Stingrays and Arpia Leichhardt currently 1-1 at the half-time break. Northern Tigers leading Western Sydney Wanderers 1-0. As Capetinellis comes in to strikes it from the corner. Goes long, struck there, but will go to the right of the post. That was Maddie Caspers that had a good crack at it. It will be a goal kick to Newcastle Jets. Mount Druitt currently trailing Sydney Olympic 3-1. That is not what the Mount Druitt Town Rangers wanted, having had that 2-2 draw on Thursday night in the round 22 catch-up at Blackman Park in Lane Cove. Having led 2-0, Tigers came back. Bo Burton with a beautiful kick that put them on the board in the second half, and then it was a header from Amy Longhurst from a corner kick off Bo Burton that equaled the scoreline in stoppage time. And that's the end result, 2 goals all. And now we played by Phoenix. She has to chase it to strike it down to Sophia Fante. Fante kicks it long. She's looking to find Alice Thompson. Passes it to Meg Simpson. So a bit of concern now for Sydney Uni. So looking to try and get past Newcastle. Advantage played by Alexis Collins. Gets through a couple of Uni players, but struck away by Uni, and Petkovic taking the intercept. Caspers blocks the ball and she plays the advantage. Down to Charlotte Hogan. Captain Ellis now with the ball. On the edge of the 18-yard box. The striker goes long. Will go out. Hogan that took the ball out accidentally. It will be a corner. It will be a goal kick to. Actually, it wasn't. It was Alice Thompson. My apologies. Ball taken now by Dundas. They go towards the eastern edge. Challenge there by Uni on Mackenzie Preston-Paul. Frieders kicks it back. So head towards the northern side now. Good pass down to Layla Sharp. Sharp looking to go down to Chloe Wellendale, but intercepted. And struck there by Sydney Uni. Calls for a foul there on Alice Thompson by Layla Sharp. The referee says play on. The referee tonight, Nina Katesi. Assistant referees Isaac Griggs and Chloe Holmes. And Uni has the ball back. Down to Thompson. Gets it around Emma Bates, but it goes through to the hands there of Tammy Bray. Dual code 15-year-old who has also played in WBBL for the Sydney Sixers, as well as football for the Newcastle Jets. Down to Zoe Caprides. Offloads it now to Dundas, and she kicks it long. Looking to find Duggan, but intercepted by Meg Simpson, and Simpson plays it. Down to Jenka Chorus. Petkovic now with the ball. The captain in Feeney goes long, but Newcastle will let that one go out, and that'll be brought back in by Chloe Wellendale. I'm shocked about the score right now between Mount Druitt and Sydney Olympic. That's not going to help Mount Druitt's chances of making finals football. So finals football for Mount Druitt may not be all set in stone, and Illawarra might have a very good opportunity to sneak themselves in. Keep an eye on the scores throughout the evening here in this second half. In the 53rd minute here, down to Wellendale. Wellendale looking to get round Meg Simpson, and a good block there by Simpson, and that will go out, but it will be a Jets ball. So the first corner of the match to the Newcastle Jets, to be taken by Nava Crofton. Can they equalise the score here? 54-minute here at Sydney Uni Football Ground. Crofton strikes it, goes long, strikes it, goes to the left of the goalpost. Almost on target. Again, that was Marty Duggan. Ooh, got to face of ball in the face there for Alice Thompson. She was trying to kick that one. Wellendale with the ball. Gets around a couple of Uni players. It was looking to find Sharp there. Foul conceded by Newcastle. And it was Duggan that tried to strike it. That would have been a good kick straight into the back of the net had Duggan got that one on target. But it will be a free kick to Sydney Uni. Foul conceded by Newcastle. Feeney kicks it down to Simpson and now to Caspers. Matty Caspers. Now Thompson. This could be an opportunity for Sydney Uni to get themselves moving up one spot. Following Bladesville's loss today to Bulls FC Academy. Bladesville coming into this on 31 points. In fact, the Sydney win, they actually will sit equal on points with the Northern Tigers, but at the moment they are leading 1-0. Caprides with the ball, blocks it, down to Wellendale. Duggan, but finds Uni instead. Played now by Thompson. Caspers finds Pekovic. Goes long. Finds Caspers almost off the head there. Takes it off the head there, but goes sideways. They're going to have another chance to try and have another strike. Stolen away by Newcastle. And kicked there, but comes off the back there. Alexis Collins tried to go to the eastern side. Be back with the ball. Caspers again. Was looking to find Kokoris. Intercepted there by Caprides. Down to Mackenzie Preston Poole. Dribbles it long down towards the 18-yard box. On the edge of it. Blocked there by Kiara Benora. And that's a good steal too by Sydney Uni. Backward kick down to Caspers. She's trying to bamboozle Isabella Frelfo. It'll be a throw into the Newcastle Jets by Isabella Frelfo. Frelfo, fourth season with the Jets and in NPL New South Wales NPL. A Newcastle Olympic junior. It's been part of the Jet system for some years. Has played 22 of the 24 games so far this season. Last scored a goal 1 year ago in round 24 against Spirit FC. Like another goal tonight. Only 19 years of age. An integral part of the Newcastle Jets NPL New South Wales side. Tried to challenge for that header, but stolen by Matty Caspers. Blocks and goes around. Advantage played there by Uni, but will be kicked out by Caprides, and it will be a Uni ball. Almost 13 minutes gone in this second half. We're in the 58th minute. It'll be interesting to know, just looking at the ladder right now, Uni of New South Wales have moved up into third position. It's definitely going to be the final four will be definitely decided next week in the final round. Wellendale will take the ball from Duggan. Intercepted there by Uni. They'll play the advantage. Kicks it long. Down to Petkovic, but Petkovic, unfortunately, will kick that one out and will be a Jets throw-in. Headers that one off there from Charlotte Hogan, and Feeney bananas that one backwards towards the south end in favour of Sydney Uni. Kicked long there by Kiara Benora. Good kick too. Advantage played. The Caprides. Once again, intercepts once more for the Jets. They look to try and equal the scoreline here. Challenge there by Petkovic. Oh, well, Cammy Bray had to really defend that one from a fast-charging Petkovic. Almost done 15 minutes in this second half. We're in the 60th minute, approaching the 61st in this round 25 fixture. Geez, there's so many implications playing out. It's the final four. Still yet to be decided. Advantage played now by Collins for the Newcastle Jets. Was looking to find Layla Sharp, but instead will find the feet there of Sophia Fante, who took her time to take the pick up the ball and deny Layla Sharp an opportunity to steal the ball away. Fante will kick it long. Looking to find Alice Thompson. Kicks that one back in, but it already had gone out. Throw into Newcastle. Wellendale brings it back in. Headed back in the direction of Sydney Uni. But Wellendale plays the advantage for Newcastle. And calls that it was off the feet there of Sydney Uni. Will be given a free throw into the Newcastle Jets as the first interchanges are being made for Sydney Uni. Diana Petkovsky finishes up for the night, as does Alice Thompson. So in position now, and Swellendale brings the ball back into play. So on the field now is Poppy Tay, number 19. And number 10, Jamie Bowfills. So they get their first touches of the ball for tonight. Tay trying to challenge the ball there as Newcastle go long. Play now, the advantage is Alexis Collins. Goes down to Emma Dundas. Dundas. Played now to Preston Poole. And Preston Poole spins around as she's trying to confuse Charlotte Hogan. Strike now by Threlfo. Finds Sharp. But blocked there by Meg Simpson. That one will go out. It will be a goal kick to Sydney Uni. Still Sydney Uni with the advantage. Sydney Uni SFC 2, Newcastle 1. Update of scores around the grounds at the moment. In the 53rd minute, it is still Illawarra 1, Uppia Leichhardt 1. At Wanderers Football Park. Western Sydney Wanderers still trailing Northern Tigers 1-0 as Newcastle inside the 18-yard box. Will be struck now, but blocked there by Sydney Uni from Emma Dundas. Dundas trying to strike it. It will be headed back into the direction by Frelfo. Newcastle play it. Duggan now with the ball. Quickly offloads it. And that's a foul. And that's a yellow card. I think it might be in favour, gone to Kiara Benora. It's back-to-back yellow cards. She got one last week against the Gladesville Ravens, and that's another one this week. So it will be a free kick because it was outside the 18-yard box. Sam Griffin shouting instructions. So Newcastle come in and strike it. It's been blocked successfully by Sydney Uni. And it was struck by Emma Bates. It could have gone into the back of the net. blocked beautifully by Sophia Fante. So it will be another goal kick to Sydney Uni. Sydney Uni just taking up a bit of time here as they're getting themselves into position. Set piece in place as Sophia Fante comes in and strikes it, goes long. Casper's challenging there on Emma Dundas. Stolen back by Uni. They play the advantage. Goes down to Poppy Tay. Tay dribbles it up into the 18-yard box. Will be challenged there by Chloe Wellendale. She tries to get around Wellendale, goes and kicks it down towards Jen Kokoris. Blocked by Wellendale and stolen away. But stolen back. Will be played now by Kokoris. She's on the edge. She'll strike it, but doesn't have enough momentum to go all the way. Picked up by Cami Bray. Definitely keeping an eye on the scores at the moment. The other matches right now, as I said, Northern Tigers leading Western Sydney Wanderers. Northern Tigers 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 0. In the 60th minute, Sydney Olympic. Oh, a real challenge for Mount Druitt to try and keep themselves in the top 4. The Sydney Olympic are leading 3-1. Caspers with the ball. In fact, it wasn't. It was Poppy. It was Jamie Bowfields. And now it'll be played by Nava Crofton. She'll go kick it down towards the eastern side. Be played by Emma Dundas. Emma Bates. Now it's to Dundas. Well, she'll go back to Caprides. Dundas, a long-time member of the emerging Jet squad. Come back to that in a moment as Wellendale challenged there by Uni. It was chased down by Bowfields. It goes out on the full. Be played by Wellendale. Now to Bates. Bates to Duggan. Duggan looking to pass it to Wellendale, but Caspers has the ball for Uni. Will kick it long. It will be chased, but intercepted by Caprides. Caprides goes back to Bray. Bowfields was looking to size up Newcastle's goalie. Now down to Bates, and Bates goes back to Caprides. She'll find down to Dundas. Fourth season for Dundas to NPL New South Wales for Newcastle as a midfielder and considered one of their strongest players on a 2-year deal to play for the Jets in A-League Women's. And, of course, this 2025-26 A-League Women's season will kick off in October. Wellendale with the ball. She'll go herself. She'll dribble it, looking to offload it to Duggan. In fact, she finds Collins. Collins on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's been blocked there by Uni. Now it's Duggan with the ball. Go crossfield, but that goes right behind the net there, and will be a goal kick to the Sydney Uni side. We're in the 69th minute. Almost 25 minutes gone in this second half. Scores remain Sydney Uni SFC 2, Newcastle 1. For Dundas, very impressed with her credentials as well. As I said, had to start the second of a 2-year deal with the Jets in A-League Women's. Made her debut in the opening round of last season. Helped the Jets reach finals football for the first time, where they went as far as the semi-finals.
Speaking of Newcastle, they've just reached the semi-finals in the Australia Cup, having beaten Bulls FC this afternoon. Caspers strikes it off the top of the crossbar. But back in favour of Unis. They strike again, goes across the face. 2 bites of the cherry for Sydney Uni. Just couldn't get into the back of the net. Will be a goal kick to Newcastle. Dundas also is a junior Matilda, played for the Matildas, the young Matildas, the FIFA Under-17 Women's Asia Cup. Has also been selected to play as a young Matilda in the upcoming friendlies against New Zealand. Great potential for someone at only 18 years of age. Long pass. Down to Sharp. Now, Preston Poole, Mackenzie Preston Poole. Finding her options, will go down to Dundas, the young Matilda. Preston Poole, by the way, is only 15 years of age, so plenty of young talent in this Newcastle side, and their emerging Jets academy certainly proving to find some real gems that have gone on to bigger and better things. Caprides goes long. Is looking to find Layla Sharp. Down to Preston Poole. She's challenged by the Nora, and that'll be a corner kick to be taken by Newcastle, and will be taken by Emma Bates. Can Newcastle get the equaliser here? The 72nd minute here. Final 20 minutes of this round 25 fixture. Strikes it, but caught by Fante. Duggan was ready to jump up and header that one in, but stopped in the tracks by Sophia Fante. Fante kicks it long. Headed there by Poppy Tay. Intercepted by Dundas. Goes to the eastern side. Challenge there with Charlotte Hogan by Preston Poole. That'll be a Uni throw-in. Uni would love to be competitive once again. Hopefully 2026 might be the year for them. Last time they won the Premiership in NPL New South Wales Women's and the Club Championship 2022. So it's been a long time between drinks. Sydney Uni, good pass too. As Hogan will pass it. Being chased now. And good crossfield. Mistimes that. Poppy Tay was ready to strike it, but Bowfields plays it. And it will be Newcastle Jets. And the score, if you've just joined us here from the Sydney Uni football ground, it is Sydney Uni 2, Newcastle. Down to Layla Sharp. In fact, Lava Crofton, I'm sorry. Crofton with the ball. Crofton, prior to joining the Newcastle Jets, playing for the Northern Rivers FC in NPLW New South Wales, Northern New South Wales, we should say. And an impressive pre-season trial with the Jets A-League women's side. Secured a place with the Jets in their emerging Jets Academy squad. Tay with the ball for Sydney Uni. Intercepted and stolen back by Wallendale. She plays the advantage. No call of a foul from the referee. Nina Katisi. Simpson intercepts, takes it back. Passes it to Caspers. Caspers goes back. Pass it down to Kiara Benora. Benora. Looks to pass to Hogan. Caspers plays it. Will now be played by Kokoris. Goes, well, it was played there by Bowfields, but find the feet there of Newcastle. Feeney was calling for a foul to go against Newcastle, and they get that. They get a free kick. 15 minutes remaining in this round 25 fixture. NPL New South Wales women. Sydney Uni still leading. 2-1 over Newcastle. It will be a free kick taken by Jamie Bowfields. Start of the season as the captain of Sydney Uni, Jamie. Currently playing their third season in NPL New South Wales Women's. Strikes it. Originally a Helensburgh junior, the Helensburgh Thistles. She last played in round 16. Scored 2 goals so far this season, Bowfield. So it's great to see her back in the starting 11. Good steal by Uni. Now played by Poppy Tay. Will be challenged by Dundas. She dribbles it up towards the 18-yard box. Goes crossfield. Was looking for Caspers, but mistimes that. And will be kicked away by Isabella Threlfo. And will be a throw into Sydney Uni. Strike now, but blocked away by Wallendale. Uni would like to extend that lead. Down to Simpson. Goes long. Blocked by Newcastle. Caspers headers at one. Taken back by Newcastle. Again, another header. Feeney felt that, that's for sure. Almost stolen by Newcastle. There's a challenge to the ball. Taken back by Simpson. Dundas plays it. Played by Casper. She's got the ball now. Kicks it long. Who she's looking to find? She'll find Cabanellis. Cabanellis spins around. Now down to Bowfields. Bowfields being challenged. Jets with the ball. Advantage played. It's been played there by Alexis Collins. Pulls up. Looking to go to the eastern side, but will be taken by Layla Sharp. She'll line it up. She'll strike. It will go down the gullet of Sophia Fante. No signs of another interchange happening as yet. So approaching towards the final 10 minutes. The player down for Sydney Uni, so there'll be some stoppage time added on there. Looks like it's Jennifer Kokoris. So goal kick to be taken by Sydney Uni. Illawarra, by the way, have taken the lead over Apia Leichhardt. 2-1 over Apia. So at the moment, if things remain as they are, Bulls FC Academy will take the lead in the premiership. Played now by Uni. Looking now for Caspers. She'll strike it, but blocked there by Capritas. He has to pass that ball backwards, and Capritas will take the intercept. And that'll be a Newcastle ball. Big challenge there by Sydney Uni. That was Simpson on Wallendale, and it'll be a Sydney Uni throw in. I'd like to put this one away as we're approaching the final 10 minutes. We're in the 80th minute of regulation time. Just repeating, Illawarra leading 2-1. Hogan with the ball. Dribble it to Kokoris. It's times out a little bit, and that will go out and be a goal kick to Castle. Still Northern Tigers 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 0 at Wanderers Sports Park. Whilst Popendetta Park, it is now Mount Druitt have come back with a goal. Sydney Olympic 3, Mount Druitt Town Rangers 2. Hogan. Go back to Yarra Benora. Cabadanellis down towards the eastern side. Cross kick. Was looking to find Bofield. She finds it on the edge of the 18-yard box. Challenged by Capritas on that eastern side. Goes backwards. Finds Cabadanellis. Goes cross kick. But we'll find the safe hands there of Henry Bray for Newcastle. And Duggan will have the ball. We'll dribble it up towards the halfway line. Challenge there by Caspers. Passes it now to Collins. Collins will now play it to Sharp. Sharp goes to the eastern side, and we'll find Mackenzie Preston Poole, the young 15-year-old. Preston Poole gets around one. Goes crossfield to Duggan. It's up in the air. Comes off the knees there. Taken by Sydney Uni. Back in the possession of Newcastle. They strike it straight down the gullet there of Sophia Fante. Into the final 10 minutes of this match. We're in the 82nd minute. And I can see there's about to be another substitution, being made by Newcastle. Michaela Clifton ready to come onto the field. I had to pull myself up there. Interchanges rugby league. Substitutions, obviously, for football. Capritas, she'll let that ball bounce down to Cammy Bray. But Michaela Clifton ready to come onto the field for Newcastle Jets. And that one be a throw into Newcastle. Clifton, her first season for the Jets, as well as playing in the Emerging Jets Academy in their under-18 side. Made her first grade debut only 2 rounds ago against Sydney Olympic and scored the match-winning goal for the Jets. So what a way to start your NPL New South Wales women's career. That'll be a throw into Sydney Uni, and substitution has been made with Michaela Clifton coming onto the field and sitting down for the evening is Layla Sharp. Ball brought back in by Meg Simpson. Dundas passes it back down to the other Emma in Bates, but stolen away by Maddie Caspers. Quickly offloads it. Cabadanellis strikes it. Goes to the left of the goalpost. She's already got 1 goal this evening, Talia Cabadanellis. We're now in the 84th minute here in regulation time, this round 25 fixture. Bates met by Maddie Caspers, and Gray passes it down to Dundas. Capri's now. Sam Griffin shouting out instructions. Down to Wallendale. Challenged by Popite. Good intercept and steal 2. The Wallendale steals it back, and will be a foul conceded by Newcastle. It will be a free kick to Sydney Uni. Sam Griffin not happy with that. A triple substitution about to happen now with Charlotte Owen, Maddie Van Dyke and Xanthi Jurek coming onto the field to finish off for the night. So coming off the field, Charlotte Hogan, who scored the second goal. Jen Kokoris. It looks like it will be Kiara Benora that's finishing up as well. And Amelia Feeney, slightly embarrassed by that. You can see the way she said, "Oh no, I didn't mean to do that." Kicking it out. And it will be a throw in too. The Newcastle Jets. And they'll play the advantage down to Wallendale. Stolen away by Caspers, but kicked back in the direction there by Bates. Will be chased now by Alexis Collins, but Feeney has to block that one. That will go out, and it will be a corner to the Newcastle Jets as we're approaching the end of this match in the final 5 minutes. The 86th minute now. Duggan again to take the corner. Down to Preston Poole. Taken by Sydney Uni. Chased now by Isabella Threlfo. Threlfo saves it from going out on the eastern side. She'll line it up. Dribble it back towards Zoe Capridis. Capridis down to Emma Bates. 4 minutes remaining in regulation time. So there's still time for Newcastle to get a draw here if they can. Wallendale. Almost stolen there by Jamie Bowfields, down to Capridis. Caspers again challenging there on Layla Sharp. She steals the ball away from Sharp, plays the advantage, gets around, and there'll be a foul conceded by Newcastle. Free kick to Sydney Uni. So Feeney kicks it long. Find the feet there of Newcastle. Intercepted by Feeney once again. We'll find Maddie Van Dyke. Dyke passes it back to Feeney. And Dyke once again. Will have the ball. Dribbles it up. Almost stolen there by Newcastle. Blocks that from happening. Will be passed down to Caspers. Off the efforts there of Charlotte Owen. Now Tay. That one will go out and will be a Newcastle ball. Still Sydney Olympic 3, Mount Druitt Town Rangers 2 with 10 minutes remaining in that match. Meanwhile, Illawarra still leading Apia Leichhardt in the 78th minute. Sydney Wanderers still trailing the Northern Tigers in the 77th minute as Casper strikes it from the head, but it goes into the hands there of Cammy Bray once more. Bray kicks it long. Headed that way by Nick Simpson. Feeney challenges for the ball. There's a call for a foul. And foul awarded, free kick awarded to Sydney Uni. Substitution about to be made for Newcastle. With Sophie Howarth coming on to the field. Chloe Wallendale finishes up for the night. She has played really, really well. Newcastle stealing that ball away once more. Preston Poole. Howarth. into the final minute of regulation time before stoppage time. Sydney Uni in the hot seat to take 3 points this afternoon, well, this evening, I should say. Ball still in play. And calls of out. Cross kick. Looking for Caspers. Headed away by Newcastle. Down to Poppy Tay. Has to get back to Maddie Van Dyke. Down to Benora. So it might have been Kokoris that it came off the field, not Benora. So apologies there. An attempt to be stolen by Emma Dundas, but will be a foul conceded by Sydney Uni. Newcastle with the free kick. We're in stoppage time now. Ball goes down to Emma Bates. Newcastle, their time is running out. They have to chase for it. Sydney Uni to kick it out of the danger zone near the 18-yard box. That will go out. Will be a Newcastle throw in. They could still get a point here if they get the draw. Ball brought in, down towards Emma Bates once more. Dundas looking to line it up. The strike. Looking to find Howarth. She'll go have a go at it. Blocked away there by Sophia Fante. Tay. Heads that one towards her direction. Looking to get around Bates. Goes crossfield. Caberton Ellis being challenged there by Threlfo. Will be a Newcastle throw-in. Caberton Ellis protesting the decision, but doesn't go in her way. Intercepted by Newcastle. Kicked away by Capridis. Intercepted by Caspers. Will be played. Caberton Ellis goes down to Caspers. Caspers are going to get around Threlfo, but Threlfo will kick that one out and will be a corner to Sydney Uni. Might be one of the last opportunities Sydney Uni will have to try and get one more goal to lock this one out. Caberton Ellis will go. Will be Caberton Ellis will take the ball. Goes backwards. Trying to waste a little bit of time here. Rolfo and Capridis muscling up. Headed by Caspers. But Amy Bray catches it safely and she'll kick it long. Sydney Uni wanting the full-time whistle to be blown from Nina Cortesi. Just hanging on to this lead, 2-1. Down to both fields, but it will go out on the feet there of Capridis. Both fields being challenged by Dundas and also Isabella Threlfo, but in the end, it's all too late for Newcastle. And sadly for the Newcastle Jets, their time in NPL New South Wales Women's looks set to come to an end with one more round to go, with relegation looking very much a possibility. Sydney University will get the win this evening here at the Sydney Uni football ground. 2-1. Talia Caberton-Ellis with the opening goal in the opening 10 minutes. Charlotte Hogan with the second goal. Whilst for the Newcastle Jets, it was Marnie Duggan with the goal from the corner kick. And a much-deserved goal too for Marnie Duggan. It was 2-1 the half-time score, and it remained that way for the remaining 45 minutes. It is Sydney University that have won 2-1 over the Newcastle Jets. Thank you for joining us here on NPL New South Wales. Football New South Wales on YouTube. Just quickly, full-time scores. Uni of New South Wales, 3-2 over Manly United. Bulls FC Academy, 4-1 winners over Gladesville Ravens. Whilst the match is happening right now that are back to finish up, It is Illawarra still leading Apia Leichhardt 2-1. Northern Tigers still leading Western Sydney Wanderers in that match 1-0. And the other match that's about to finish up, Sydney Olympic could have a big win and a big upset over the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. So they're approaching full time, 3-2. But for now here at the Sydney Uni football ground, it is Sydney Uni that have got the win over the Newcastle Jets 2-1. It's a very good night from Connor McNally and everyone here from Football New South Wales. Bye for now.